I'm Christopher Schorr. I'm a fifth year MD PhD medical student. Welcome to Better Living Through Science and Medicine. Today's quick talk, how to avoid the emergency room, mind the gap. Having spent years in the whirlwind of hospitals and packed ERs, I've seen firsthand ending up in the emergency room isn't just about one dramatic error. It's about small moments. More than 130 million Americans every year end up in the ER because of choices that felt harmless in the moment. Staying out of harm's way is less about perfection and more about seeing those invisible gaps, places trouble sneaks in before we notice. So, today I'll walk you through the top 5 hidden reasons that people end up in the ER and how you can sidestep them. So, no lectures, no guilt trips, just sharp, practical moves to put you in your odds favor. Are we ready? All right, let's go. So, number one reason why people end up in the ER are falls. This should not be surprising. You might be thinking, oh, well, that's a lot of elderly people. Not necessarily the case. Even young people can have falls too. It's not just older adults. Everyone from weekend warriors to students can go from fine to fractured in seconds. Hazards hide in plain sight: water near an entryway, scattered gym equipment, a poorly lit hallway. But go beyond just slowing down. Actually, do a quick sweep of your space before workouts, house projects, or hosting friends. It can wait. Add anti slip pads under rugs. You use motion sensor lights for nighttime trips, and maybe even keep a box by your front door for shoes and bags to avoid clutter or traps. And remember, never use a chair as a step stool. Grab a proper ladder every time. It will pay off. So, second reason why people end up in the ER are motor vehicle accidents. So, stay in your lane. Vehicle mishaps, they happen. It's not just about buckling up and not texting. Optimizing your car for safety before you need it can really help. Keeping your windshield clean, keeping your tires inflated. Many ER trips start with poor visibility or blown tire. Set your phone to do not disturb while driving. Then physically place the phone out of reach. This can really help prevent distractions, as I think a lot of us get sidetracked by. If you're feeling exhausted or feeling off, pause before getting behind the wheel. Most people underestimate how just a little fatigue can delay reaction time, which may be extremely important in a life or death moment. If you're, doing some long trips, maybe take time to, get a motel or a hotel for the night, and don't just do it 24 hours or go the extra way, even when you're tired. Don't just plan for yourself. Carry a backup charger, maybe a reflective vest, and maybe $20 in cash for unexpected emergencies, just to have on you. Um, Number three reason why people end up in the ER, this is being struck by objects. This happens with sports, maybe DIY or roughhousing. Complacency sets the stage for surprises. Double check that you're wearing helmets or pads or eye protection, and make sure that they're fit well to your body, because outdated or ill-fitted gear is just as risky as no gear itself. This perhaps false confidence in safety. In the garage or gym, pause before you rush. Look for what's above and behind you. Even routine chores can be dangerous if you stack boxes too high or swing open a door without checking the other side. Someone may be there. And remember, never turn your back on anyone wielding equipment, even in casual games. All right, number four reason why people end up in the ER are cuts and punctures. The most dangerous tool isn't the sharpest knife, but the distraction. Whether chopping vegetables or using a power drill, finish one task before starting the other. No multitasking. That's when people get hurt the most. Wearing cut resistant gloves for yard work or meal prep, it can really be a helpful and expensive way to massively reduce your risk. Keeping blades and tools sharp and maintained is actually more important for safety, because the dullness forces you to use excess force and it can slip more easily. If you drop a knife, don't catch it, let it fall. And if you use a blender or a food processor, always unplug before you reach inside. Lastly, number five reason why people end up in the ER are overextension. So think of strains and other injuries. You often think of injuries as being loud, something breaks, a bone snaps, boom. But not all injuries are. Some, like strains, tears, or pulls, happen with just a whisper. You don't even know. Not a bang. Beyond warming up, learn your pre-injury cues: unusual tightness, tingling, or minor aches. Respect pain. It's information for you as the user of your body to whether to work harder or to not work even at all. If your body suddenly feels numb or abnormal, stop immediately. Hydrate well in advance, in preparation for intense activity. Dehydration increases muscle crampness risk and slows down your reaction time. For lifting, practice bracing, synchronously tightening your core and breathing properly to protect your back from even lighter weights. Remember, when you're lifting up items, pick from your legs, not your back. If you're trying a new move, practice with a lower weight first. So the analogy, the example I want to share today in this video is the London subway. As you may know, the London subway has a voice that says, "Mind the gap." So mind the gap, this is just a phrase to help keep people aware that there's a gap between the train and the station, the concrete station pad. The gap isn't a big hole, it's just a few inches, but it's a subtle space between safety and disaster. It's a tripping hazard. In everyday life, that gap is a second's distraction, a shortcut you've gotten away with until you don't. Spotting those gaps before you fall through is the key to avoiding emergencies. So, as you move throughout your week, stay alert for these moments of choice. Don't just rely on routine, question it, sharpen it, and set yourself up to have a safer future. What do you do when nobody is watching? What do you do when nobody's watching is the real insurance policy for your future health. If you found value in what I shared with you today, it would mean a lot for me if you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're growing, and I'm excited to see where the channel goes. Prevention and safety is an act of respect towards yourself, built from the smallest decisions that you can make every day.